And speaking of firings, right, man? Let me get to my last topic. Let me get into y'all's Uncle Charla. You know, I don't really rock with Holmes. Um, and he was interviewing Kamala Harris, who or Vice President Harris, who I mean, you know, she's our vice president, and we got to respect the office. Come on, let's go to Save Post. And where are we at, Charlotte? We talk about CharlaFRAUD. CharlaFRAUD, the IDOLgod.
President of this country, is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden, Madam Vice President?
Come on, Charlamagne.
I really,
Come on. It's Joe Biden.
I can't
No,
tell
no, no, no,
sometimes.
no. No, 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 no. It's Joe Biden. It's Joe Biden. And don't start talking like a Republican about asking whether or not he's president. It's Joe Biden.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
It's Joe Biden. And I'm vice president, and my name is Kamala Harris.
So who's the real president?
You know what? I love what Kamala did right there. I love that Vice President Harris stood up to the media, right? Because all that question was painting a narrative, right? It's so Skip Bayless-esque, right? It's like, what can I say to incite chaos and not get true information? Because if he wanted to know if I forgot the senator's name, but if he wanted to know that if that senator was actually the president, right, or was calling the shots, there's a much better way of framing that question. Like, well, you know, rumors are is that Senator Joe so and so is making a lot of decisions. He has a lot of influence. Can you speak to his influence and his influence over the Democratic Party and the president? And what's going on, because some think that he's overstepping his boundaries and trying to run the country. Boom. I bet you get the answer that you actually want if you wanted that question answered. But no, you just want some incendiary nonsense because you are a puppet of the media. You are iHeart's little heart. You know, you're their little black voice. You are their token, because what you did was you truly ingratiated yourself into the culture, right? When you were coming up, and I really think that you were of the culture when you were of the culture. But then once you got too much money, once you got too disconnected, now you just do what they tell you. And you may do it in a way that you like, but come on, man, Charlamagne, you knew what answer that question would get. And just overall, bro, y'all know me. I don't really rock with Charlamagne because, you know, he used to be someone that the average person could relate to. And maybe that's because he was living a more average life and he wasn't filthy rich and he wasn't the voice of black media. Like, I'm sorry, Charlamagne. You used to always say, I'm just a radio guy. And maybe you've expanded your palette. Maybe you're a bit more knowledgeable on things that you weren't once so knowledgeable on, but I do not ever want to hear you talk politics, right? I don't. I've listened to some of your interviews. I've listened to some of the stuff you say, man, and you do it to yourself, honestly. You paint yourself as a less than intelligent human being, but then all of a sudden you want us to take you seriously in those types of conversations. I can't do it. You can't just be the radio guy, but then you're doing CNN hits, right? You can't disparage black people for and here's my issue. My issue is that Charlamagne was slow to the party, but he got there before a lot of us. He was late to the party, but he beat a lot of us. And because he beat us, he goes, dang, bro, why y'all so late? Hey, bro, you know what's wrong with y'all, bro? Y'all tripping. Like, Charlamagne, you sniffed J-Lo's seat after she got up. I thought it was funny in the moment when you did it. But the fact that you were that human being at one point in time, and then you can give your donkey of the day, or you can do a segment, or in an interview, you can go after somebody who may not be as advanced as you are in their thinking. It's just outlandish. It's just wild to me. It's crazy to me. Anybody who says that everyone has a price It's crazy to me because does everyone have a price? Sure, maybe. I don't know. Chappelle doesn't. I mean, I don't think. I think some of us stand on our morals, stand on our values of, I can't do this. Now, I can't go that far. There are some things I can do, sure, but I can't do that. And you know, even look at his coverage of Kanye. Oh my God, when he got the Kanye interview, Jesus walks. And then when he can't talk to Kanye anymore because Kanye ain't rocking with him, not many nice words to say, right? And I think and I talk about this so often. This is what happens when the voices of the media get too rich. Right? The voice of the media can't get too rich because if they become disenfranchised from the people who they're talking to, and they become so enamored and so ingrained, so involved with the people that they talk about, you're never going to get the truth because they're going to protect those that they know and those that they hang out with to the detriment of those who they're talking to. As a media member, you have to stay grounded. You can't totally just be one of the elites. I get that if you're good enough, you're going to get paid enough to do it. But damn it, man, what are you doing it for? Are you doing it for yourself? Or are you doing it for the people? Are you trying to take information that the people don't know and understand and explain it to them? Or are you trying to tell the people what you think and what you feel? Now, there's a balance between the two, but I think that these incendiary personalities, like your Charlamagne the Gods, like your Skip Baylesses, like your Stephen A. Smiths, like your Tucker Carlsons, you know, your Sean Hannitys, these types of people are bad, are bad for society because they'll say anything just to get a click. They'll say anything just to get a check. They'll say anything just to get a blue check. They will say anything just to have their name in your mouth. And if anybody would do anything to get a level of success, I ain't got anything for them, you know?
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
Big baby.